Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm going to cover rounds 13 and 14 now of part 5. This is where we're introducing teal. I've moved my camera so it's not so close, but I may knock it with my bump, so I'll apologise now. Just in case it gets knocked once or twice while we're busy. Anyway, so again we're joining on the reverse, so I will fold my petals over so you can see where we need to be, and we're joining between the two petals again, so we're pinching a leg off these two doubles here just to join. Okay, so move that, so that's one double there, that's the other double there, and I'm pinching one leg of each to as a point of joining. So we'll just put that in there, and we're joining with a double crochet again. So I'll just do a double, and then what we need to do now is chain 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Rotate our flower and bend our petals back so we can identify the two legs we want to attach to. So we go in there and we do a double, and then we chain 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and then we need to slip stitch. Now I've been slip stitching back in the anchor just so we've got a nice strong hold, and because if we doing, I'll show you when we come around, when we get to the next corner piece, the again at the top of the double can be quite spacious, and I like to try and keep things neat and tidy and together, so that's why I've been slip stitching in there. So then we're chaining 9 again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, and we rotate, we come back here. So we are going to identify the legs we wish to pinch from each of the doubles and do a double. We're doing 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Rotate, identify where we need to collect our, just check, yeah, okay, so we do a double, then we're chaining 5. 1 2 3 4 oh, and 5. Now that there is the top of the double, and you can see it can create quite a large hole when I pull it with my needle. So I choose to put my slip stitch in there simply because it's a much tighter fit and doesn't create a large hole. So anyway, we'll progress. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. On to the next one. There. And 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Turn over. We need to be here-ish. That's where I need to be. Put a double in there, and we need another corner, so we're chaining 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and slip stitching to make that ring, and chaining 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8, 9, folding over and joining, like so, and chaining 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, finding where we need to be. And we need to do a corner here, so 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch to create that ring, and then chaining 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we're staying with teal, so when we come back to the beginning, we're slip stitching in our first double crochet. I'm going to turn it over onto the reverse so you can see I'm going to weave this end in as well. So where we did our chain 5s and slip stitches, this is what's created these little loops, and these loops are going to be our corners, the corners to our square. And I'm just going to get rid of this teal now so I can crochet over it as I go. And what I am going to make sure I do is that I weave it around one of these corners, because I know we're going to be putting, having read forward, we're going to be putting quite a few stitches in here, and that'll be a good place to anchor this tail in nicely. So we've done that, I've woven that piece in. So we turn back onto the right side and we'll look at what row 14 asks us to do. So first of all, we need to do one chain and a double crochet in the top. I'm just checking I'm right, for double crochet into the same place. Okay, but I'm almost certain that because I don't like to use my turning chains, that I just mark this with a stitch marker and use the chain 1 as my first double. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not doing a double in the same place, I'm just going to mark my chain 1. And then what it wants us to do is chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then it wants us to skip 4 chains and put a double in the 5th. But I'm just working in the chain space. So it's up to you. This is how I like to do it, so that the square finds its own settling point, rather than me dictate it via this chain. So I just work into the space, but if you wish to count your 4 chains and work into number 5, that's fine. Then we're chaining 2, and then we are putting 9 trebles into this ring that we created for the corner. So we'll do that now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I don't normally do this, however, just for the purposes of those who aren't really hot on identifying tops of stitches and such like, I'm going to mark the middle one because it's important in the next round. So this is the post of the first treble, and this is the top of it, just off to the right. If you're left-handed, the opposite will be true. So your post will be there and the top will be off to the left. But for those who are right-handed, as I am, that's the post, that's the top of the stitch. So that's number 1, then that's number 2, and that's number 3, that's number 4, and that's number 5. So I'm going to just put a marker in just this one corner. But if you're not very confident with identifying the post of each stitch, which is the post, that tall bit there, and then the top just off to the right, it might be useful to mark that corner one for the next round. It's just a little hint or tip, if you like. So then we are chaining 2, 1, 2. Now the instructions, the pattern itself asks you to skip 4 again and put a double in number 5. I'm just going to put my double in the chain space and it can find itself where it likes to settle, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are putting a double in top of that double there. Okay, so that's the post of the double, the top of it's just off to the right. Then we chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, as pattern states, count 4 chains and put your double in number 5. I'm just working into the chain space. Chain 2, and then we're back to another corner space. So now we're going to put 9 trebles in this corner. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we're chaining 2, 1, 2. You count 4 and double into number 5 or into the chain space itself. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 double on top of the double. It's the anchor stitch from the previous round, and then we chain 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 4, double into the 5th chain or into the space itself. Chain 2, 9 trebles into the next corner ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Chain 2, 1, 2. Again, either count 4, double into number 5, or just put your double into the chain space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A double on top of this double here is an anchor point from the previous round. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you're following the pattern to the letter, count your 4 and put your double in the 5th. I'm just working into the space. Chain 2, and then 9 trebles into this last corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Chain 2. Again, count your 4 and work into number 5, or just work into the chain space. Then we're chaining 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into the first stitch. So I'm going to slip stitch where my stitch marker is, like so. Take that out. but what I'll do is just put it in the loop so I don't lose it, so I can show you the piece of work from the right side. And so that's the piece of work from the right side with the first corner marked, and on the back that's what it'll look like. Okay, so we've now started to establish the four corners, and it's now becoming more square like rather than round. So this video has covered round 13 and round 14, and I'll be covering the last two rounds in the next video. So I hope this helps. Happy hooking, and I will see you very soon. Bye.